Hello, fellow Mage Knight enthusiasts. Gotta make sure this is set up correctly here. Here's my iPhone. I'm just kind of chronicling, if you've seen this video or previous videos, I'm kind of chronicling my Mage Knight collection. So I played Mage Knight when I was around probably 5, 6, or 7 years old. I had older brothers that played, and I've recently got back into it. What's very, very interesting about Mage Knight is the fact that there really is nothing like this game out there. There are really no other high fantasy style click games. I believe Horcrux is the only other miniatures game that comes close to anything like Mage Knight. Mage Knight was the first iteration of a miniatures game with click dials. And so the rules are pretty robust, but they're not as built out. So you can really house rule a lot of really fun things. And so that's kind of the reasoning for chronicling this. If you like Mage Knight, I'm sure you probably have most of these figures already, but it's fun for me because I don't have a ton of money to spend. I'm a Magic player. I have other hobbies. I have children. I have a house. So I'm not able to spend a ton on the game, but I wanted to kind of highlight this pickup. I got it off of eBay. Some guy, I believe he bought a bulk miniatures off of maybe a collector or a hobby shop, and he was selling them on eBay for $1.99 or 99 cents starting bid. So most of these I got for literally $1, and they're all uniques, which is really cool. So I'm going to start going through those just kind of ad hoc here. The first one I believe I got this one for like $1 or $2, is the Revenant Priest. He's a mage spawn. He's actually quite good. He's got, magic levitation, magic healing, and magic immunity, and magic confusion. And he does 4 damage. So, in a way, he's kind of a build-around. You can kind of throw things into battle and do things like that. He can also heal figures, but he's also quite the powerhouse. 4 damage on his starting click. Wow, he doesn't lose any abilities on the second click. He just loses magic levitation on the third click. Wow, he pretty much keeps healing and immunity till his 5th click. Okay, so he's not that powerful for 93 points, but he's definitely a figure that could, maybe him and 2 other beefy creatures that you could continue to heal, and then maybe some blockers or magic enhancement figures to go along with him. He's a mage spawn, so you can't really move him around very much with a formation. Some of these are just really great Mage Knight dungeon figures to have. So I got Locksmith Karg. He's got sneak attack. He's kind of a fun... Man, some of these dials are still... Man, it was almost like this has never been turned. Does anyone hear that? That's unfortunate to hear. There we go. Kind of broke the glue. Wow, the dial's in perfect condition, so this must have never been turned. I've got another Mage Knight Dungeons here. Darren Brackensword. Oh, he's kind of fun. Only 63 points. He's got some good stats. Wow, he's got some really good stats for only 60 points. Heck, you must just want to run him as a level 1 for 23 points. He has Weapon Master, and then he gets a Berserk Click. 2 Berserk Clicks at that. Yeah, for 20 points, he's totally worth it at his first level. Kind of a cool figure. He's kind of all gray. Probably one of the cooler sculpts in the game. Immortal Fanatic. I think some of these came in a bulk listing. Oh, and as you can see... Yeah, this is going to completely break off here. Let's see if I can even turn this. I might just have to super glue this guy back on. So this was just a freebie. We got Barber Herg here. He is quite the figure with magic healing. I know he's a desirable figure because he's only 52 points, but he's got magic enhancement and he's got magic healing. So he's quite the support piece. And it looks like he gets Magic Blast. Wow. And then he has a Berserk Click. So he's quite good for 52 points. I mean, Some of these dungeon figures are crappy, so some of them are really good. Avante Reaver, he's got Bound, Magic Blast for 65. That's very cheap for a bounding Magic Blaster. Oh, he keeps it for 2 clicks and he gets limited invisibility. And then he turns into a magic enhancement figure. Interesting. So I've looked at some of these figures, but I'm not super versed on all of them, so it's kind of fun for me to look at. Something that I got for, by the way, so far I've gotten all of these for 99 cents. I've been looking to get a Tycoon, but everyone who sells Tycoon tries to sell him for like 20 bucks. I got one that's broken. Everything else is in mint condition, except for he came off the base. So a little bit of super glue here, and no one would ever know. And I actually have some spare wings. And so I'll basically have a full Tycoon. And he's very, very, very good. He's got 12 flight, 5 damage, 13 attack, 17 defense. He's kind of a build-around figure. Definitely could build around this figure. And I'm actually going to super glue him today. So something I was really interested to get was a Mage Knight Resurrection figure. So I got General Volcaire for $1. So I think he's a chase figure. I can't tell. It only came with 1 dial, and I'm pretty sure it came with the Mage Knight dial. So I think that is true. Yeah, it looks like he's got stealth, counterattack, command, and invulnerability for 86 points. Personally, that's quite overpowered. Dang. I guess he only does 34 damage. He's not like... Man, the clicks on these are so like clean. I wish the old Mage Knight were this good. I got a Primal Shifter. This is kind of going long. I'm sorry, everyone. And then I got a Argent Lightbringer, 77 points with Force March, Healing, Invulnerability, and 3 damage. But he's got 0 range. So I don't really understand. Then he gets Polearm. Then he gets Sweep. So he turns into a battle. Goes from a healer to a fighter, so he's not very good. Tinker Gilli, Nimble, Venom, Magic Immunity. So this looks like he's strictly a Mage Knight Dungeons piece here. Oh, he's got 10 range. Yeah, that's not very good for normal play. Something I was really excited to get was a limited edition figure for $1. Thir, it's in mint condition. He's from, I believe, Sinister? Not entirely sure here. But he's actually quite good. 55 points. He's got toughness. He's got high attack value that he maintains pretty much till 4 clicks in. But he loses a lot of damage. But then he has 2 berserk clicks before he dies. So he's quite good for 55. He can go into a faction, which is nice. Thanatos Reaper from Dungeons. This is a famous figure. Every one of these I find is broken. It has a wing broken. It has the scythe broken. I got this is the most expensive one I bought for $5 or $6 out of the listings. And he's 99 points. He's got flight, sweep, magic retaliation, and he does 5 damage. So this is kind of like half of your build. And you just fly this guy in and do a bunch of damage. And I would highly recommend running healers with him, because then he gets that magic. Oh, he dies quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 clicks only. His last click has a click of invulnerability, which is kind of nice. So you can run him back, and he'll be kind of protected a little bit, so you can heal him. I got Thor Thundercloud from Mage Knight Dungeons. He's strictly a dwarf fighter, definitely. Something to note here, the sculpt on the dungeon figures is so cool. They didn't really do this well with future sets, and people can attest to this. Look at the chainmail on that figure. It's so precise, and then his shield even has a design on it. A lot of even new Mage Knight 2.0 figures don't have that level of detail. That's why I got this figure, because the level of detail on him is just absurd. Even his hammer has etchings on it. Like Dwarven etchings. Like, they just went above and beyond. Scholar Magus Bess. Kind of just a strict Mage Knight Dungeons figure here. Kind of cool. And then I got Amazon Queen. Probably the most powerful figure out of all of these is the Amazon Queen from Rebellion. She's quite good. She has quickness, magic blast, defend, and command. So a lot of people like this figure because it's only 77 points. She can kind of move around on her own and blast stuff up as a free, kind of a free space. And then she can also move within a formation. So, And then something I did notice here was I did get 2 dials for the Techno Shocker, but not for General Volcare. So I'm a little concerned that I didn't get the Mage Knight one, but this came with General Volcare as like a... Okay, I think I figured it out. Okay, I think he's now on his correct one. Anyways, I got those for like probably $40. I got a bunch of uniques, limited edition figures that I've been needing in dungeons. And so, kind of an update there. I'm kind of building up my collection now. To be honest, I'm getting to the end of collecting 1.0. I pretty much have all the figures I want. The only ones I don't have are like the extremely limited ones, like Vyre, the Sinister Horseman, some of the Rebellion limited editions that are just like absurdly rare. So, I'm gonna glue this today. Anyways, that's kind of my collection. So let me know what you guys think about it. I'm going to share it in my Discord. If you're watching this video and you want to learn more about Mage Knight or get connected to a community, there's a forum and then there's also a Discord that we're using. So thanks for watching.